What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here with some more Suicide Boys. This time we're checking out Eulogy. Let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up.
When I die, fuck it, I wanna go to hell.
Biggie. Boom
When I
bap.
die, fuck
Okay.
it, I wanna go to hell. When I die.
I'm drinking with this pistol on my lap. 6 medications, guess there ain't no fixing that. It's that broken motherfucker knuckle until I relapse. If I die, they might cry till they inherit my stacks.
Those type of backstabbers and everything, the people who preying on your downfall, where they act like they are your friends. And then, of course, like I said, when you die, till they inherit stacks. This is interesting. So eulogy means, a speech, or a speech that you say something like praise them highly. You know what I mean? So this whole entire song might be ironic, right? That it isn't praise. Or it's masked as praise, if you will. I like when he said the 6 medications don't fix the current issue, right? 6 medications. I mean, generally, whenever you're on that many medications, it's something that, you're on some serious stuff. So,
Until I relapse. If I die, they might cry till they inherit my stacks. Cold fucking word. Tell me what's the word. Only time I speak my heart is when the message come out slurred.
A lot of people say that, when you're drunk, that's when your true open feelings come out, because the inhibitors that you had, all the pressure and everything that stopped you from saying what you really wanted to say is gone. But like I said, the only time he speaks his heart is when the message come out slurred, right? And sometimes, I guess that part right there can be a little bit of just to be an addiction, to the ability to confess your true feelings, right? So you take these, you take these drugs or whatnot, and now you feel like you're able to say it, right? But then it's become it's like the addiction. Of course, it can be an addiction to the drugs, but there also can be an addiction to the obviously the feeling after the drugs, not necessarily the feeling that you get from the drugs, but the ability to do certain things, right? It's kind of like similar to steroids, right? Where they take the drug, not necessarily for how it feels. I honestly don't know how it feels, but the ability that it allows them to do, right? So the only time I speak from the heart, you would always want to speak from the heart, right? These are feelings that you need to get out because they're clouding your head. But he needs to go on those 6 medications in order to do that. That's a prison.
Tell me what's the word. Only time I speak my heart is when the message come out slurred. People pleasing, always eager to fix some motherfuckers' problems. Leave me at the bottom, more comfortable with the more inside. What you won't fit and ride my teeth off. Moments of peace, a slow heartbeats got off. God like this, you gon' save me. All I can do is laugh and say la vie.
Say la vie. So, interesting with this part right here.
People pleasing, always eager
to fix MRFers problems, that can be super annoying. I've learned early on, especially in my relationship with my wife, is that not all problems need to be fixed. Sometimes people just need to rant. Sometimes you just need to be an open ear for people to listen to. And if you got people all around trying to fix something, but they ain't really listening to you, that could send you down a deeper hole. That's why he said he down there chilling with Gamora and what do you say, Gamora who?
fix some motherfuckers' problems. Leave me at the bottom, more comfortable.
Gamora Sodom, yeah, okay.
With the more inside you won't fit and ride my teeth off. Moments of peace, a slow heartbeats got off. God like this, you gon' save me. All I can do is laugh and say la vie. Woe is me, I know you get the picture. This type of pain will earn you 7 figures. Check my
Bro, do y'all hear that? This type of pain, think about all the influence we made, bro. He's right. Like all the influence on the young with the music that's playing these days on the radio. And they flaunt and do all this type of stuff. Like this can be you. Like it's like modern day propaganda, right? That's crazy. This type of pain was it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, make my RNA come with predictors. This shit description for what I got. There's no ellipsis. Feel like I'm not enough. Find myself playing my day like Honey Boy and Shalaboy. My mama crying as she watched the clock. Text my bro, I love him, even though he got my number blocked. I would give up that.
Still trying to reach out to your family. That's how you know you at that kind of like that dead road, right? Not just for specifically for what he said, but the fact that it's almost the same as like trying to scratch your way out of a titanium box, right? That you just doing it because it kind of relieves, it gives you that illusion that you were at least trying to do something or trying to reach for something or not necessarily giving up. It's a cry for help, or it's not going to do anything, right? But the act of doing it gives you at least some type of inner peace, right? Text him, even though he's got the number blocked, he knows it's blocked, but yet he still does it anyways because you kind of got that hope that something that's not going to happen is going to happen. And some people will plead that as insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
In my day like Honey Boy and Shalaboy. My mama crying as she watched the clock. Text my bro, I love him, even though he got my number blocked. I would give up everything to see my brothers clean. No second thoughts, just fuck the cost, so take me, leave them be. Take my money, say you love me, even if it's eyes. That connection so depressing, but it's all I got.
Yeah, so it's more of an ironic eulogy from what I'm getting right now.
Say you love me even if it's eyes. That connection so depressing, but it's all I got. When that guy just played this fucking song, I was never meant for this. Been torture just to carry on. Couple coops, lot of zeros, and a couple homes. None of it did shit for me. Cocked a pistol and now I'm blind.
Yo, there's a lesson to be learned in all this, right? Especially this song right here, is that people who try to fill their lives out with material things to try to make these permanent pain disappear, but that ain't the way it goes. I did in a couple of my other Suicide Boy reactions that speaking from the heart and everything, that the music and the success that's come from Suicide Boys still to me feels like we will call it like bonus. Right, that I feel like even if Suicide Boys didn't get as famous, even if these two didn't get as famous as they did, they would still be making this music because this music is a form of therapy, right? But if we listen, like they also kind of giving us like warning messages, right? They talking about their own type of experiences, but kind of try to, you can't relate, but try to relate and say, oh wow, okay, this is like what he said, right? Couple coops, a lot of zeros in his check, and a couple of homes, but he still feels like crap. Right. So we take that information. We're like, oh, so you mean to tell me that even all the stuff I'm going through, that's not going to help me? You know what I mean? So you can't use a temporary fix for a permanent problem.
None of it did shit for me. Cocked a pistol and now I'm blind. I head in the clouds, it looked like it might rain again. Always holding back tears, it's how I managed to pay the rent. Pay the bills, place the bet so I don't have to chase the check. Verified through suicide, the glitz and glamour came to win.
Verified through suicide. I like this, right? That head in the clouds look like it may rain again. So pushing back, yo.
And always holding back tears, it's how I managed to pay the rent.
That's why it's such a dangerous place to be in, right? Some of us get kind of caught up in that feeling of like success and everything, or pursuing success or what have you, and it comes to the point to where the thing about it is that a lot of people, I think you can get used to being rich, just like you can get used to being poor. There's going to be a time where if you use money to kind of solve all your problems and you have all the money in the world, eventually, right, some of them experiences are going to start dying off. They're not going to be as exciting anymore as they normally was, right? And then what ends up happening is all those feelings and everything that you've buried, right, they start surfacing. But now you got to kind of hold that stuff back because of the predicament that you put yourself in, right? So he says, the tears and everything, he thinks the rain's about to come. That's basically like emotions, like talk for emotions. It's about to rain, everything is starting to come back. But he's got to chill on it, right? You got to keep up this lifestyle that was built around the temporary solution. So, yeah.
Pay the bills, place the bet so I don't have to chase the check. Verified through suicide, the glitz
says, I plan on showing the world the face that hides behind a mask, right? So not literally a face to hide behind a mask, because we all know what they look like, but your true self.
Behind the mask, I always thought the last thing I would hear would be the guns blast. Filling a black hole in my chest for sex and drugs, but it never lasts. It never lasts. Shit, 2 years ago before I should've just cashed me out. Now I gotta be it, except them, I'ma just rap me out, pat me down, ask me how I'm so depressed. All they see is my sad, all they see is lack of debt. All they see is what they wanna see. Gotta be, you wanna be, I don't wanna be your misery, except the pharmacy. Get the girl I wanna see her heart to bleed when she rips out my fucking heart into the pharmacy.
Seeking that type of, bro. They spitting facts, bro. Honestly, man, I feel like when it comes to Suicide Boys, that if I was to go through each and every single word, this will end up being like a 30-minute video. You know what I mean? But for all intents and purposes, I want to be respectful to you guys' time. And not only that, but I don't have a lot of time in my day. Some of my reactions end up being like 16, 18 minutes long. And I just be like, oh, I talk too much.
I'm a private person and take pride in my verses. Fuck your whole opinion, I don't care if it worsens. I ruin my reputation and make sure it's on purpose. Fuck this shit. When I die, just play this fucking song. I was never meant for this, been tortured just to carry on. Couple coops, slide the zeros in the couple homes. None of it, this shit for me, cock the pistol and I'm gone.
When I die, fuck it, I wanna go to hell. When I die, fuck it, I wanna go to hell. When I die.
The beats they produce is always fire. Actually, don't we know what they look like? I'm sitting here looking at them in mask over here. I could have sworn we know what they look like by now. I mean, and it's just a quick Google search. He literally meant he wanted to show his face to the world, not just like emotionally, and show his true self. All right, y'all. I know there's probably plenty more that I could say for this, but I enjoyed it. But ultimately, you know, at the end of the day, it's a tough life that he live in, and there doesn't seem to be any type of escape, except for, he said he takes his lyrics, you know, private person, he takes his lyrics seriously. And that's what I've heard through every single Suicide Boys song that I've done a reaction to, is that everything is said with intent and everything is said with purpose. And that's why we bond. That's why we like this type of stuff, right? Some of it's like super relatable, but I digress, man. It was fire. I know this was one of a requested one, so I wanted to go ahead and get to this one. It was fire, just like you guys said. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.